Hey, money movers! Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into a topic that many of us find challenging: how to start budgeting when you're barely making ends meet. Maybe you're living paycheck to paycheck, struggling to cover expenses, or just starting out on your financial journey. Budgeting might seem overwhelming, even impossible, but here's the good news. You can take control of your money no matter how small your income is. In this video, I'm sharing 10 simple, actionable tips to help you budget smarter, save more, and reduce financial stress. Stick around and let's get started. Tip number 1. Track every penny. The first step to successful budgeting is knowing exactly where your money is going. That's why tracking every single expense is so important. It might seem tedious at first, but without this step, you can't create an effective budget. Use a free budgeting app like Mint, or go old school with a simple notebook, whatever works best for you. Write down every purchase, no matter how small. That $3 coffee or the $1.5 vending machine snack might not seem like much. These small expenses add up. After just a week of tracking, you'll start to see patterns in your spending. Maybe you realize you're spending $20 a week on snacks without even thinking about it. That awareness is your first step toward making smarter financial decisions. Once you see where your money is going, you can start identifying areas where you can cut back and save more. Tip number 2. Prioritize needs versus wants. One of the most important steps in budgeting is learning to separate needs from wants. Needs are your essentials, things you must pay for to live, like rent, utilities, and basic groceries. Wants, on the other hand, are non-essential expenses, such as dining out, entertainment, or subscription services. If money is tight, your priority should always be covering your needs first. A simple trick is to ask yourself, can I survive without this? If the answer is yes, then it's something you can pause or cut back on. For example, instead of ordering takeout, try cooking at home to save money. If you're paying for a gym membership but rarely go, consider canceling it and working out at home or outdoors. Small adjustments like these can make a big difference in freeing up cash for what truly matters. Making mindful spending choices is key to financial stability. Tip number 3. Use the 80-20 rule. If traditional budgeting methods like the 50-30-20 rule feel too complicated, try simplifying with the 80-20 rule. This method is straightforward. Allocate 80% of your income to essentials, and the remaining 20% to savings or debt repayment. It's a practical way to ensure you're covering necessities while still making progress toward financial goals. For example, if you earn $1,000 per month, $800 should go toward rent, utilities, groceries, and other essential expenses. The remaining $200 goes into savings or paying down debt. But don't worry if 20% feels out of reach. Any amount saved is better than nothing. Even setting aside $20 a month builds the habit of saving and can help in emergencies. The key is consistency. By following this simple approach, you'll gradually strengthen your financial foundation without feeling overwhelmed by complicated budgeting formulas. Tip number 4. Cash envelopes for spending limits. If you struggle with overspending, the cash envelope system is a great way to stay disciplined. Here's how it works. At the beginning of each month or paycheck cycle, withdraw cash and divide it into labeled envelopes for different spending categories, like groceries, dining out, or entertainment. Once an envelope is empty, that's it. You stop spending in that category until the next cycle. This method creates a physical boundary, making it easier to stick to your budget and avoid unnecessary purchases. If handling cash isn't convenient for you, don't worry. There's a digital alternative. Apps like Good Budget let you create virtual envelopes, helping you track your spending without carrying cash. The key is to be intentional. By visually seeing how much money is left in each category, you become more mindful of your spending habits and learn to live within your means. Tip number 5. Meal plan. Like a pro. Food is one of the biggest budget killers, but with a little planning, you can save a significant amount. The key is to meal plan weekly. Before heading to the grocery store, write a shopping list based on your planned meals and stick to it. This helps prevent impulse purchases that can add up quickly. Buying in bulk can also save money, especially for pantry staples like rice, beans, and pasta. Another great strategy is making the most of leftovers. Cook meals in larger batches and store portions for later, reducing food waste and saving both time and money. Focus on affordable yet nutritious staples like oats, eggs, and lentils. For example, my $10 spaghetti recipe lasts for 3 days, stretching your budget without sacrificing flavor. The more intentional you are with meal planning, the easier it becomes to cut food costs without compromising on quality. Tip number 6. Slash recurring costs. Recurring expenses can quietly drain your budget without you even realizing it. That's why it's important to audit your subscriptions regularly. Take a close look at all the services you're paying for, like that $12 streaming service or the $8 app subscription. These small charges might not seem like much individually, but they add up quickly over time. If you're not using something daily or getting real value from it, consider canceling it. Another great way to cut costs is by sharing accounts with family or friends where possible. Many streaming platforms allow multiple users, so splitting costs can save a lot. Also, look for free alternatives. Instead of paying for audiobooks, check out free library apps like Libby or Hoopla. By trimming unnecessary subscriptions and finding smarter alternatives, you'll free up extra cash to put towards savings or more essential expenses. Tip number 7. Free and low-cost hobbies. Budgeting doesn't mean cutting out all the fun. It just means finding smarter, more affordable ways to enjoy life. Instead of expensive outings, look for free or low-cost activities that bring you joy. Visit local parks for a relaxing day outdoors, volunteer for a cause you care about, or host potlucks with friends instead of dining out. These activities not only save money but also create meaningful experiences. If you have pricey hobbies, consider budget-friendly alternatives. Love decorating? Try DIY projects like my $5 thrift store vase makeover. It's a fun, creative way to refresh your space without overspending. Enjoy reading? Check out free library apps for audiobooks and ebooks instead of buying them. The key is to get creative and explore new ways to have fun without straining your budget. Financial responsibility doesn't mean sacrificing enjoyment. It just means spending smarter. Tip number 8. Boost income with micro-hustles. When money is tight, cutting expenses is only half the equation. Finding ways to increase your income can make a big difference. The good news is, you don't need a second job to bring in extra cash. Micro-hustles are small, flexible ways to earn money on the side without a major time commitment. Start by selling things you no longer use. List old clothes on Poshmark, unused gadgets on eBay, or furniture on Facebook Marketplace. If you have skills like writing, graphic design, or tutoring, consider freelancing on platforms like Fiverr or Upwork. Even simple online tasks, like taking surveys on Swagbucks or testing websites on user testing, can add up over time. The goal isn't to make a fortune overnight, but to create small, consistent streams of extra income. Even an extra $50 a month can help cover bills, boost savings, or pay down debt faster. Tip number 9. Negotiate your bills. Negotiating your bills can save you a surprising amount of money each month. Many service providers, including internet, cable, phone, and even insurance companies, have hidden discounts or promotions that they don't advertise. All it takes is a simple phone call to ask if they can lower your rate. When speaking with a representative, mention that you've been a loyal customer and politely ask, "Are there any discounts or promotions available to lower my bill?" You might be surprised at how many companies are willing to accommodate you just to keep your business. For example, I personally saved $30 per month on my internet bill simply by making that call. Over the course of a year, that's an extra $360 in savings. So take a few minutes to negotiate. It's an easy and effective way to keep more money in your pocket. Tip number 10. Celebrate small wins. Budgeting is a journey, not a race, and every step forward deserves recognition. Even the smallest victories matter. If you manage to save just $5 this week, that's a win worth celebrating. Over time, these small savings add up, bringing you closer to your financial goals. Acknowledging your progress keeps you motivated and reinforces positive money habits. But celebrating doesn't have to mean spending more. Reward yourself in ways that don't break the bank. Treat yourself to a relaxing movie night at home, enjoy a homemade dessert, or take a well-earned break with a good book. The key is to appreciate your efforts and stay encouraged. Budgeting isn't about deprivation. It's about making smart financial choices while still enjoying life. So recognize your progress no matter how small and keep pushing forward toward financial freedom. And that's it. 10 tips to start budgeting with little money. Remember, it's about progress, not perfection. Which tip are you trying first? Let me know in the comments. If this helped, smash that like button, subscribe, and share with a friend who needs this. Thanks for watching. See you next time.